Good morning, Balance Team. Happy Monday. I hope everybody had a nice weekend. There's some important and urgent COVID things that I want to talk about, so I wanted to do a video quickly. If you could please take the 3 to 5 minutes to watch this, I would greatly appreciate it. I want to talk about what's happening right now in the state of Michigan, what we know, what we don't know, and what our plans are. What we know is happening is the second surge is coming, and it's great. We're at 3,000, 4,000, 6,000 cases a day, based on the last COVID stats if you look at searching Google. We know that it's exponential. So for example, a day we had 3,000 people test positive. If those 3,000 people merely exposed 3 more, it would be 9,000 the following day, 27,000. Exponential. So it's easy to do the math. That's why the CDC is asking us to take the basic steps that we can take to prevent the spread of it. Wearing a mask, social distancing. These are the things that we're asking clients, and we've been asking you guys over the past months as well. So I want to dig into that a little bit more. I suspect we'll be hearing from Governor Whitmer some point soon to give us a plan if we're dialing back the state of Michigan. I don't know if that's coming. I would like to think that if the numbers are going in this trajectory, they are going to take some immediate steps to try to flatten the curve again. The reason it's important is that the healthcare system gets overwhelmed, contact tracers gets overwhelmed, and it's a lot harder to actually manage the process. So that's the state of Michigan. Now I just kind of want to talk about how that impacts the state of balance. So in the past 3 weeks, we've had many more calls from clients who are canceling their appointment because they've had a close contact with someone who's tested positive and are taking the steps to get tested before they come back in. So that's good news. Our screening calls are working. People are being mindful enough to call us and let us know they're in a holding pattern. We are documenting all of these things, any contact, any positive, and anything we're waiting on. So the front desk team is managing this extremely effectively, and we're updating therapists and teammates as needed to know. You'll see that we've had some therapists we've had to take off the schedule. It says precaution and MBO. I sent an email about that last week. What we're doing in these situations is waiting for the client to get tested and call us back with a negative test or a positive test. So far, it's always been negative. We've let the therapist know. We haven't had to reach back to any clients. We have systems in place if we get a positive result. But again, in balance, we've done a really good job of keeping people separated and making sure that the impact is low. If we look at in terms of duration, the therapists have the highest risk because you're in the room with somebody for an hour, and we've tried to mitigate that, again, with masks for everybody and the air filters. If you look at it in front of distance, again, therapists have the least amount of distance, and then diversity of people depends on how many people you're seeing. So these are the risk factors. We've tried to mitigate these risks with everything that we can do, and for the front desk team, the risk is a lot less because we see people for 2 minutes, 3 minutes. We don't touch them. We have no physical contact, and we have a barrier and face masks. So the safety there is a little bit greater. And then obviously among teammates, we sent a reminder out last week about what to do in the break room and all of that good stuff. So what I want to get to is this request, and it really is a request. When we were trying to decide to reopen, we asked you guys repeatedly how we can help, what do we need to know, and we put together this plan. We're functioning inside of this plan, and I'm proud to see how it's working and how we're able to adapt. As this continually goes up, for us to be open, what we need to do is make sure the team is adhering to the same things that we're asking the clients. And I know it gets harder. I know we have fatigue, but we've worked really hard to be able to open this back up and have a business. And Chris and I have done all of this on the behalf of you. So what I'm asking is on behalf of Chris and I, even if you're fatigued, please make sure you're wearing your mask when you're outside of your home, if you're inside of a circle that you haven't known if they've quarantined for 2 weeks or what exposures they could have. The risk of secondhand exposure is greater than it's ever been today. It will be greater than it's ever been tomorrow, and it will continue on that path until Michigan starts to trend back down. There's no known time frame for that. It literally is dependent on how serious we take it. And I know most of us are taking it serious all the time, but I know we also try to, we get a little lax, or we get tired, or we just want to go out and do something. So my request is that you continue to be mindful, that you continue to be on the front stages of this, and that if you are having people in your house or you are at somebody's house, that you do wear a mask. That is the most basic thing that we're asking others to do in our screening questions. Are you wearing your mask when you leave the house? And are you adhering to the social distance guidelines? And these are the things that we need to ask the team to do too. We're able to manage these We are keeping track on how we have to manage them, but you know from your paychecks and just from your peace of mind, every time we get a little interruption like this, it has an impact that reverberates. So we're going to stay on top of what the state of Michigan's doing. We're going to stay on top of what the CDC is requesting, and we're going to continually update what we're doing in here to share information with our clients. I'll be sending a video out to them later. That's what I'm working on next. So thank you, seriously, on behalf of Chris and I, and everything that we believe that this business can be during this time. Thank you for continuing to do what you can do, and please continue to wear your masks and social distance. It is imperative for the health of your teammates and the health of your clients and just the health of everyone around us as a collective, that we are doing the same things that we're asking others to do. If you guys have any questions, please give me a call. I know it's a lot going on. We had great news come through with the vaccine today. We'll be reading about that a little bit more. We are continually here for you any way we can. We thank you for being there for us.